But that Jupiter song is heart pumping. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. All right, we are in. There we are. Okay, we got the screen. Do we have chat? Can anybody just type in anything? Inane, senseless? Try it one more time. There we go. Wait, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something. Refreshing chat. Okay. That icon looks way, way too small. Hey, type it in again. See if you get the command. We're having an issue with the S commands. They're not doing commandy stuff. Yep. All right, I need some more guinea pig messages. What's it say? All right. So we have we got something. All right. Well, welcome back. Thank you. Feel free to type anything in, and we'll figure it out. All right. New Orleans. Dude, what are you doing up here at Lake Geneva? Lake Geneva, Johnsonville. You were up in the Great Lakes. How did you get up there? You are so far from home. We're working in New Orleans. Get back down here. All right, here we go. The New Orleans freight crisis. Now, I think it's pretty ironic that this is what the harbor looks like today. And it's what we built here. I mean, obviously I've been there, but I mean, who remembers it? I certainly don't have a whole bunch of pictures of me in a boat holding up a selfie camera looking at the freight cranes behind us. But when we start putting the freight cranes in, when they become available, and as the city develops, although we have them back here. So get down a little lower. What does this look like? I mean, there's the older cranes, and the skyline hasn't developed yet, but this is absolutely where the skyline's going to be. I mean, that is a replacement of a modern picture, a modern Major General. Oh, sorry, I got the game moving. All right, update on last night's. Oh my God, you broke the game crisis. Yeah, we had a couple places where there were jammaroos impacting things. And matter of fact, we should check some of these trains, see if anyone is missing cars. I did not do any rebuilds But like as you can see, we're going to Jackson here. She definitely she lost some cars. No, we never touched that one. She's always had two. Um, did you keep a list of all the things that you touched to try and fix stuff? Can't hear you. No, absolutely and flat out forgot to do that. So that was apparently pretty stupid. I do know we did have some jam ups. We definitely had one down here. On the passenger side, we were talking last night about trying to fix this a little bit and do, an underground turn like this. And we found ourselves with a huge, man, we're back in the negative again, loss or lack of signals. It was, uh, it was quite surprising how bad we had gotten off last night. And we almost found ourselves, well, we came back from 120 million negative. There were three trunks that were just completely shut down. Um, yeah, no, it was pretty messed up. Uh, and that's sort of the fun of doing the train upgrades, one at a time. Because, you come in and you pull up the, show me all vehicles button. Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles we got. And you go to replace this, um, you know, all at once. Things, your mind is focused on this sort of problem. And what you don't realize is just how bad it's going to get. But see, you're there, you're working on it, and you get caught. It's pretty devastating when you're doing it our way because we're working on the freight one by one, each per segment. Yeah, so last night we were down 120 million. Not that is not a that's not even close to a bad number. That's a horrendous number. But most of the edits were a couple of trains that just had to get, like one or two cars chopped off, and then our problem disappeared. Where is this? But again, that's the problem with playing a map this huge. I mean, not even big, just a map this huge. We have no idea what's going on. We have to kind of, take a breather or look at the signals and go, where are we? And so I think last night's stream ended around midnight. Yeah, it might have been around midnight, and it took until 4:30 in the morning to just let it run and fix itself. It's and that was hand holding it. That was not the midnight stream and sit back, listen to chill track music, and just you know enjoy. That was handheld. Yeah, we got to get rid of. There's another station where this thing. Yeah, here it is, right here. We have to get rid of this as soon as we can get the money. We have to fix this, make this a straight run out on the two sides, and then coming up here, just connect both halves. We jammed up last night in here like 7 trains. It was crazy. And it all came down to we didn't have a signal coming out of here. The, where is it? Signals. One way. Yeah, not one. There was some, they got deleted. They were in no way able to handle 80 or 100 passenger trains down here. And actually, I think, did we put in some 120s? This is the Alabama Limited. Excuse me. The Alabama Limited. Yeah, she's all 100s. You can see the Explorer got dropped down. And it just had to be, it lost some of its cars just to let us slide out of here. And every time Something was blocking this on either side. The entire Gulf Coast Maine was frozen. I mean, it really log jammed us. Let's pick up the speed a little bit to get back out of this. But we did start making money. Stuff was coming in. And then after this, this one we need to fix because this is where we're working. Absolutely, this has to be fixed. And the thing that we're looking to do is straighten out this piece of track coming into the station and back out. And then we want to get rid of this horrible left-hand traffic junction here because it is not doing us any good. And what I figured we would do is give ourselves a ditch back. You see, there you go. We were up 9, and in a second we're down 14. We are not out of this crisis at all. We have the entire oil production that we built. The oil's flowing, and we are making money off of it, but it's not flowing well enough. I mean, here you go. The barge is pulling up. How many barges are on this line? Quite a few. And she's getting insta-loaded as soon as she docks up. But, I mean, here's the train. And actually, we need to make a dent on these because I think we're probably getting ships running out of here. Manage. No, we want to manage the line. So manage the line. When they come down here to Atchafalaya, we want them to be able to use both ports. There you go. And now we also want them to wait because we definitely need the fuel. And we got 2 trains bringing in fuel. The other day we had 1,200, 1,500 oil backlogged here. Definitely not a good thing right at the first leg of this transport we're doing. Now back here, 89. How much do we have for storage? So 280. Yeah, part of the problem is we're not getting a lot of storage back here because these tanks are all our decor. And, we're not putting in the large buildings to give us... This is not a 600 storage platform. Yeah, well, do you want it to look beautiful or do you want it to be functional? Well, I mean, you want a trade-off of both, but I think the decision that we made here was give me basic functionality that make it look good. And the other thing that we've done is we made each of these oil wells look different, which I think is, I mean, that's a huge part about detailing on in this game and on these maps. Find out what your cookie cutter design is and then put it on your band list. Don't do it again. Keep changing it up. Notice that we have no music playing. Well, let's get the game music back on. There we go. What, no Christmas music? No, we are not playing Christmas music yet. Thank you for asking, but no. Yeah, the well is at full production, and we have a second well down here. She's here. That is not a good sign. No, it is not, and it is costing us money. All right, let's change this line. She is coming over here to 2, and she's loading. And we want her, let's just have her sit here for a few minutes. And when she gets over to Atchafalaya, she is just there to unload. See, she comes down here, comes in, does a drop off. And what about 1? She's gone to field 1. She's picking up, crude only. we're going to have her wait back there also. And then, see, here's the problem with waiting up here. All right, let's flip a coin and figure out which one's better, because it's really what it comes down to. If you let the trains go as constantly as possible, you get more frequent deliveries, and you increase the chance that the barges, when they show up, are going to get a full load to pick up. That's sort of the first approach. Here's the second approach. Don't let them leave the oil fields until they're full. Because what we can see here instantly is we got too many barges on this line. Once they're full, though, and I think this is where we jammed ourselves up, we did our measurements based upon that 1,500 barrel fuel thing that was backed up. And now all these barges sailed upriver up to the refinery. What's the refinery doing? Well, yeah, not a good sign there. And what's on the pier waiting to go out? Should bring in crude over from somewhere. Yes, you should be. I mean, there's a lot of fuel oil here waiting to go out. You see, as long as this stuff is here undelivered, and this is our real bottleneck, as long as this stuff is well, once this is processed, it's on to the next stage. But, you know, if we're not getting this stuff out the door, the game's not going to let us keep making more. You know, it's not a matter of how much this place will take to process. That's not that's not where your limiter is. Your limiter is back here on how much this first step is processing. And you see right off the bat, we're losing 2 to 1. So we should be looking at, I mean, all these oil wells we've tapped into. You know, here you go, 620 just sitting here. We added a second train to Beaumont. All right, this one's on its way up here. And where's the other one? This is the new one. I bet she hasn't done it. No, she has. She's been working. Well, she better be. We were trying to fix things for 4 hours. Yeah, matter of fact, there she goes. Yeah, she's on her way down to Beaumont to pick up a load of crude from down there, and then she'll come here to top off. I mean, that system works great if, you know, everything's working. But yeah, matter of fact, here comes her sister. She's got 126. So is there nothing in Beaumont? There's 50. Yeah, see, this can kill you, especially at the level of difficulty we're playing. Because this guy is sitting here. They're not moving. They're waiting. She's got, oh, also, yeah, we're playing single track. You know, so every time this sort of shifting back and forth occurs here, there's a train sitting idle. It is, man, we have really messed ourselves up sometimes with this difficulty level we're playing at. You know, these are not casual settings, you know. I strongly suggest you play this level of difficulty because it will rack your brain sometimes. You know, you'll be sitting here and it's like, why is there 600 units of oil just sitting here? You know, why is this train, you know, not picking up? I mean, you could certainly take one train and have it run from Beaumont all the way back. But the first time it leaves Beaumont without a full load, this one is just going to fly right past it and leave stuff on the terminal. So why not have it stop and top off? Well, it's a route. You've got to configure it in advance. It's not dynamic. You know, the game is not doing it. And also that train coming into here, she can't just stop here and go, wait, there's a surplus here. Let's grab it and take it. We haven't configured a loop to get her out. You know, she can't get out of here backwards. So our whole single track arrangement and all the stuff that we're doing to increase the difficulty. But you know what? If we weren't playing at stupid difficulty, where would the fun and challenge be? Stupid difficulty. You know, that's what we should call the title of the series. Instead of hard, we should call it stupid difficulty. Insane difficulty. You know, I think that's a... I mean, definitely things like insane or maniac probably get overused. You know, we're playing at maniac level. How's it compared to easy? It's the same. Yeah, it's... when you look under the hood, we don't need anything in St. Louis right now. We need to fix that. Can't, we're broke. Man, we are not getting out of this slump. No, and we still have to fix this. I mean, we can do a bridge. It's probably cheaper. Down here. Where is that? No, that's the freight side. Passenger train with that cross line. Here it is. All right, let's get this fixed so we can get out of here. We got 7 mil in the bank. And track is cheap. That's the fun thing about this. Track is cheap. You know, it shouldn't be breaking the bank to fix this. Where is... All right, so we're coming out of line right here. We'll swing down, go over, and around. Okay, do you want to go over? I have no problem going over. All right, we'll go over. It's the cheaper way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Girder bridge. Do we have any bridges down here for passengers? What color are we using down here? I think we have a passenger bridge going into Tallahassee. Do we not? It's a ye olde, and it's an aqueduct. I thought we had some spots up here where we were. Huh? Again, another problem with playing on a game so huge. I mean, you cannot remember all the areas. I mean, there's a freight bridge back there. Yeah, there's no... Wow. Well, can you have a tunnel in the Panhandle? I mean, there's no reason not to. I think they look cooler, you know, because then then they make 2 bridges on the overhead. But we'll do the, let's do the cheap route. We are, okay, so there's your floating bridge. Now, get me regular track. No, you're still on the bridge. All right, get me down here. See, this portion is why I do tunnels. Yeah, I know the scale of doing like it just lends itself to looking better with the tunnel. You know, I mean, we want a functional bridge, but you know, we end up with a tunnel to everywhere. All right, is this track clear? She's trying to come in. Let's back her up here. Why is she driving left-hand traffic here? Because she's going to come down here. And then what? And we can bring her in coming around. Let's fix it, because obviously we've got some bad left-hand traffic going on here. Well, that alone might be part of the problem. I mean, you're pushing track through here the wrong way. All right, come out of the station and parallel up. Okay, now, how about you actually grab the track for a change there? I grab the track generally all the time. Okay, we're gonna have to do some signal work back here. Signals one way, coming out, going back in. Steelworm, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for tuning in. If you need a tour of the map or an update on where we are, just holler. I am more than happy to showcase how much progress we've made, or to show how close we got to bankruptcy last night. The fiasco of my view on these things is, you played it once, okay, you learned the game. Now do it better, do it harder. Don't come back around and play it on the same level of difficulty. Crank things up. And between the one-way track, or not one-way track, single track, which we're demonstrating right here by putting two pieces of track in side by side. Yeah, this is what we call hypocrite track. It's not that we don't want to have single track. We want single track everywhere as much as possible. We're getting into trouble. Is trouble the word for it? Well, having no money and being unable to buy or do things, I think is that's a good. Bring that down. How'd you get up there? Come on, bring that down. 48, 47, 7. Come on. There we go. All right. This guy's on the wrong side. Still. Well, we've done nothing to flip him over. Did you grab the track? Yeah, we did. It is, it gets a bit of a difficulty. And then you throw other things in here, like I think that's one of the best parts about this game, giving you different vehicles over time. They really... Where's the track? Try it again. And... All right. Now, let's get this British rail train over here. Or Soviet. I mean, it's not just Britain. There are other countries. Yeah, we hear you. All right. But we did some track work on the last upgrade. And it really screwed us up on the second upgrade. Because, like clowns, we came rolling in here to New Orleans and started upgrading track. Not even upgrading track, we started upgrading trains. And just sort of we forgot all the previous... Well, we haven't been here in like 4 weeks. I mean, we've been streaming this whole time. But we definitely, we forgot a lot of stuff down here. How's that look? Is it even? Oh, yeah, that's fine. All right. So... with all the stuff that we forgot down here, we really messed ourselves up. All right, now, can you get girder bridge track? Yeah. All right, get us out of here and down here. Wow, that's a... Do you want to slow us down anymore? That's... Excuse me while I grab a sip of my tea here. So the goal with this humongous teacup is to make it through a 4-hour stream without it running empty. It requires a crazy level of a teacup. And crazy wife to have bought it for me. Well, we can stay at 65. All right, now that's regular track. And then bring this in down here. There you go. You want to straighten that up? Can we? No, it's going to delete these two pieces. Well, let's do it. Come out of here and go straight over there. Now you've slowed us down. You're supposed to fit. Clown. Hi, welcome to Transport Clown. It's just... Alright. We got an overpass. Alright, we got rid of that crisscross that messed up 4 lanes of traffic. Okay, that's a good thing. Now we're coming into the station. Check the Alabama Limited. Yeah, she comes in the station, grabs her passengers, and she heads out. And as I said, we jammed up 7 trains in here last night between the Alabama Limited and the Gulf Coast Limited. They, for whatever reason, I mean, it's 1900. These trains have been here since 1850. And because we stopped time, they've been running for year after year after year. And they just never... This is the first time we've had a jam up here like this. And it was brutal. But, all right, keep the clock going then. That train is driving backwards. What the hell? Okay, look. Here's an Alabama excursion. She's on the Limited. This one, send her back to Pascagoula. Let's fix this. And then get rid of this piece right there. Yeah, we play... One of the beauties of my prison sentence is I have a lot of time on my hands. So when I play these games, I try and play them, as I've said, on the highest difficulty I can. But also, when something comes up and it's like, hey, play creative, it'll be quicker or faster. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. We're not in any rush. Which is where the streaming has worked out, for several years now as a really good throttle on playing these games. Because if I'm streaming them, so tell us all again how this is single track. Yeah, where is this train going? Oh, that's the one that you broke up. All right, so how do you want to fix this? Can we send her back from here? She wants to go to Pascagoula. Yeah, but can we throw in a jumper? Hey, $7,000. Send her back. All right, she's on her way back to Mobile. Okay, throw her 3 cars back on. Edit. Passengers. Okay, I love the 6-wheeler. I think of our options, the 6-wheeler for several decades is a great option. It looks nice. It's passenger white. Its speed, the weight benefit. There's a lot of use out of this, and this is our kind of third choice, but we're playing on a USA map, and although we never specified any sort of America or bust sort of rule, we just can't do it. All right, get up and out of here. Get rid of this. All right. All right, we should be done in this fix here. Okay. You know, I have actually turned that on and off and up and down several times. My apologies for it. There's a um, it I fluctuate. I 100% hear you. 100% hear you. Um, I believe because every time this comes up, I adjust it. We had a an unknown, couldn't figure out where it was coming from, spam bot that was hitting the channel, and I I almost thought that it was a actually went looking for it. It was like we had someone who followed us, and it was some spam bot. So what would happen is they were getting the go live notification, and then they were showing up a few minutes later with the account under a different name, throwing out a bunch of ads and then leaving. And the problem is they're a follower, so I couldn't track them down to get rid of them. And see, view chat rules. Those are the rules. But no, I hear your pain. I am I am a I'm definitely a Woodstock moment kind of chat person. Let chat flow free. It's just as stupid as that sounds. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and reset because I have to tell you, I definitely think we found the bot that was following and got rid of it earlier today. And let's see, let's drop it down to yeah, 10 minutes is what's flagged out here on Twitch as most used. The only other option after that is 0 minutes. And it's yeah. We'll drop it back down to 0. If we get anybody else that pops back in again, we figured out how to grab them to get rid of them. So it's I mean, I would leave it open, you know. But again, here's the other problem because I'm blind. Um, um, it's and I have my lovely assistants who work for me. They don't work for free. They work for Starbucks. It's a crippling Starbucks bill that I must pay to play with them as my assistant. So, and of course, once they get their coffee, they usually abandon me. Yeah, they're horrible people, but I love them. They're my family. And my wife's response to it every time I complain is, "Go play your game with yourself. Stop with your own friends. Leave the kids to go play their own game." So it's when they were younger, oh, I didn't even have to pay them Starbucks. We just say, "Hey, you want to come play a game with Dad?" And they were all excited. But you put that you know ager after their name, like a teenager. That's um, so what happens is, and this is what's happened, which brought it to my attention. I'm sitting here staring at like screen one, and which is why I don't have the camera running. Um, and I actually do have the camera, but it's I think that actually contributes to a lot. My vision issues is what contributes to a lot of the humor when we're playing these games. Um, I'm looking at the screen, so I'm kind of, elbow to desk staring nose on the screen, and I get micro focused on what's going on. And, this is a game that you get focused on anyway, because you're sitting here and, you're trying to solve a problem. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's, um, I mean, on depending upon the scale that we want to put it on, let's, let me fix this. Let's move that back up. There we go. Okay, so I'll give you a quick rundown. Let me figure out where the. Okay, so here's your typical streamer playing the game. Okay, um, that's not there. All right, just to give you a perspective. Now I can tell you that a train just went by. But damn it, it's freaking backwards. But to fix it, I'm moving into here, and that is not how many of these freaking trains are driving backwards. All right, waypoint track. Do we have money? Yeah, we have money. All right. Sorry for the. Although this this is turning out to be a useful demonstration for you. So, oh, that signal's blocking us. Get rid of that. Refund. Click. Hold on. Pascagoula. All right, there she goes. She's getting out of here. So I hope that's a good demo for you. Because your typical streamer sitting in their chair is back here. You and I can talk about how much I stink at this game with me sitting back here all day long, and I could tell you that a train just went by. There goes another one. But the actual being able to get it into focus to do something, my visual field. It's the problem I had was I had an accident in the service and led to having surgery, which led to other surgeries. And each surgery I went in with zero vision. Zero. Yeah, I need to be back here. Zero vision. Yeah, so you can see hold on, let me, that's, my whole desk is not configured for this level of conversation. Because, matter of fact, I'd have to go put the lights back up. That's how so little I use these. So sorry if I look like a ghost in the window. But the every surgery I went in with zero vision and came out with something. So yeah, I mean, it took a while to get used to the, I'll be honest, there were many busted things during the recovery process of getting, watching my vision come back and things change. And, for a long time, vision out of one eye, I could look at you and talk to you. And then as my eyes would get, fatigued, you would turn this way. And then you would shift a little bit. And that takes a long time to get you, your eyes, and your brain to stop using. I happen to run a retina detachment support group. We've had over the years since we've been running it, we've had almost 10,000 people in the group. It is amazing to me that we even had a group to start with, because you don't ever hear about retina detachment and the number of people that fall into the category of legally blind, and then that's the blind and low vision community, as a percentage of people in the world. And then you go, okay, well, how many of those people have a cane and a dog? And you're like, oh, that's very few. They're a small percentage. A dog, as an example, we had a service dog. There was a group. Sorry if I got to move back. I won't be able to tell what's going on here if I don't move back in. But it's and here's the other problem I have with this. So I'm talking to you, but because I lean in to do stuff, if I don't actively keep the camera on or off, here's what happens. Hey, so yeah, that's pretty cool, because the you that I talk to is over there, and I lean in so I can read the chat, because I turn it over here and I read the chat. So I've tried it, and I've sat here trying to game where I'm in here, and then I'll lean back a little bit so I can talk to you. And when I watch the streams afterwards, because I do watch them just to see how bad, I enjoy the mistakes I make in the games, because I'm my own difficulty slider, you know. I clip things, I miss things, I know they're done. I mean, because I'm awesome at this, and humble, plus a little bit modest. So I could not have, left big chunks of track that looked ugly or just had gaps in them or something. There's just no way. Then when I find them, it's like, how did we do that? It's it's uh well, good thing you're typing. So yeah, my visual difficulties. I've never thought of it that way. I mean, that is a cool way to look at it. I am my own difficulty slider. It's just um, so it's humorous. The But that's sort of the like um I'm not programmed to stop looking at you because it's like something has to occur to tell me that you chatted over there. And if I'm working on something here, there is nothing. Let me just to give you no, the peripherals, very different world. And so I have seen myself on chat, just talking to somebody working on a game, playing, just having a conversation. And then, like, for no reason at all, I'm in frame and I'm talking to you. And then, for no reason at all, the guy on the stream that I'm watching just picks himself up, moves over there, and then starts talking to this thing over here. And then, for some reason, just brings himself back over here. And uh, I mean, I've thought about it, in the humor, do I put a tag at the bottom? This guy doesn't know where the camera is. Like, what is the message that it sends to somebody? Um, and there are people who stream without ever putting themselves on camera. They're doing a headless stream. There are people on YouTube who do a recorded stream, like City Skylines Imperator. He does some awesome work with just vanilla gameplay. I love the stuff he does, or her. I don't know. I don't know what the pronoun is. I don't know what they look like. Never seen them. Never heard their voice. They just do some great stuff, and it's um, but to me, like I'm looking in frame, and I'm way over here. Like I know even and see and I guess here's the other problem I have with the doing the stream is um, earlier today I put some drops in, because I do. Yeah, I'm addicted to eye drops. It's a problem. Um, but there are times where I'll put them in, and depending upon which drops I use during the day, some of them are just I refer to them as gunk. Let me go put the gunk in my eyes, and there is no seeing through the gunk for the next an hour to 4 hours. And if you're sitting here listening to this really cool Moroccan beat music in the game, and you're just sitting here with your eyes closed, you can't see anything. Um, it's a guaranteed recipe for you to be on stream going. It's just um, it's part of the humor of it. I have been in this land long enough that oh yeah, to the people who've joined in, please, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I have been in this land of, I'm a blind gamer playing the game. Um, long enough that a lot of this is it's frustrating. It is definitely though therapeutic. That's part of the server that I run, the community online and the game servers. The even the whole the guides that I've written. Like I have a whole thing on. I'm retired from the Navy at Microsoft, and I had an opportunity to work with the game studio very early on during my career at Microsoft. And the gaming sites that I've run and the books that I've written on gaming, I'm definitely a fan of go play the game and fail. What's the harm that can happen? It's supposed to be fun. You know, Holy crap. Hold on. Excuse me. Uh, yeah, we have to come back around or I have to go hunting. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we still haven't fixed the um it's the only game you can just restart. Well, um yeah, like I one of the things that so there are several servers that I run. And it's we have servers for Rust and Space Engineers. Two very different games. You know, you die in Rust, you respawn in your backpack or back at base, or if you haven't built one yet, wherever you're just going to respawn as part of the game. So if you go over to the Rust server that I run at storepapa.com, I'll give you all the links. It's open to the public. The first time you come in the game, you get some starter gear. You do not get a rifle, bullets, none of that. That's too much to give you. Um, but you will get some clothing. You'll get, a bow, some arrows, some basic tools. Just enough that if you go, well, wait, what are you actually giving me? Oh, that's easy. You land on the beach, you chop down some trees, you chop some stones, and in 10 minutes, that's what we're giving you. Oh, okay. Well, it's not much of a crutch. No, it's not. It's not meant to be. It's supposed to be something that on a regular server, like I don't want someone to come into the server and get handed stuff to them and go, "What the hell is this? Where's the challenge here?" Because that's patronizing, and that takes away the fun of the game. Now, um, if you were to tell, like if on the Rust server, if people were to tell me, we needed more weapons with scopes or other things for range, I'm not going to give those to you. I'm going to make you ask for them. And then if you ask for them, we'll figure out, how to help you with your competitive play. Like there's a weapon on the Rust server that when that thing drops for me, until I get killed, my kill count just shoots up. And because now I'm in sniper mode, and when you're sitting here like this, and I'm already intently focused on you. So like there are people who will never want to play as a sniper because they think it's campy, it's boring. They want to run around, pop, 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 pop all over the map. That doesn't work for me. So I enjoy that play mode, but it also did we make money yet? You see, I need this year to end on a profit. Um, you know, ha- you just have to tell me if you're on the server, you need a hand. Like the server is PvE, PvP. There's always going to be people in PvP who are just so much better than anyone else. And it's great. It's great when they show up. I mean, we have a guy on the community who is, I mean, it's amazing to watch him run around with a bow and arrow in 7 Days to Die. He'll run around on the 7 Days to Die server and just rack up the kills. To the point that if you didn't know the guy, you'd be looking at him going, wait, what cheat bot is he using? And he's not. He's just that good. So, if you're over here in my camp, and, you know, and then this guy shows up, he's a great guy to take with on the team because um, he doesn't carry you. Matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. Um, he will tell you very politely if you're dragging him down. Um, But he's also a really good guy because knowing the type of people that I advertise for on the server, he has flat out told people, hey, who wants to go? I've gone out, he's gone out earlier that day for 2 or 3 hours, had a huge amount of fun at his level. And then he's now he wants to, go with the group. You know, I mean, I have said it for many years. Uh, a a pickup group where you have huge success is nowhere near as fun as playing with friends and failing. It's because you have way more fun when you're failing. There is a gentleman right now who is a senior vice president in the IT department of a billion-dollar company. Um, those of us who are his friends and people who've gamed with him and such will never forget the day that we were playing a game, a first person shooter, and he asked the question, so how do we take the pin out of the grenade? It's just, um, those are just memorable moments in your group of friends and gamers. A pickup group, oh, they would have thrown him to the curb in 2 seconds because he's an idiot. You know, when you're gaming with friends, oh, he's our idiot. It's just, what is going on back here? Oh, that's the bridge I put in. I gotta get rid of that. So yeah, it's definitely. I gotta find. I gotta scroll the map. So if I'm going too fast, my apologies. Um, but I need to get to that. There's another junction that had to get fixed last night, and yeah, here's an example of our one-way track. Going up this hill, everything's one-way track. We're slowing, and this is 1900. So picture these as 1850 trains starting out. They were carrying 20 passengers or, you know, 40 and then 55 and then 70 and 80, units of freight. We've come a long way in how much we're able to carry here. And, then you come up here and the lengths of the trains start to kick in and it becomes a question of, where do you start doing your sidings? Because I mean, we have sidings, we have stations with multi tracks, but you know, you should always feel like it's single track. And then if we're playing the game and suddenly we've got just silly amounts of stuff backing up, then we'll change it and double track it. Um, and just see how it goes. And the same thing. Here you go. This is not the Mobile, Alabama butt print or the Mobile, Alabama Valentine's Day tribute. It's it's each of the passenger trains leaving the station, turning around and going back because we've disabled the flipping in the stations. Um, and flipping on the trains is kind of controversial because you know the the buses and the trucks don't do it. You know, um, the airplanes, they drive into the station or into the airport, they land, they go to the terminal, they back out, and then they fly out. But the trains, they just sit there and whoop, flip around. So, like, for some people, it looks weird. And ever since Transport Fever 2 came out, there's always been people on the forums talking about it that, they will just tell you. It's like, and I say it myself, this isn't a train game. You just happen to use a lot of trains. I mean, right now we have, okay, so we're at level 3, 318, 319. And we have 234 trains. I mean, we got a lot of vehicles on the map. And the funny thing is, with all these vehicles, I get a kick out of it. Pardon me. It's just how low our profit is. Because between the game difficulty that we're running at and the distance. This map is just huge. It's stupid huge. Um, it the I do not want to play the game and ever look down in the corner and go, "Hey, we got $1 billion." Because if I have $1 billion, that tells me I should start over from scratch and crank the difficulty up more. Because at that point, cost becomes irrelevant. And if cost is irrelevant, then you're playing in creative mode. And I'm just not a creative mode player. And I don't think most people enjoy creative mode. I think they enjoy the challenge of it. I have a whole thing that I wrote for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic called Cosmonaut Mode. And, I just found out this week that the number of people playing at that level of difficulty is just astronomical. Um, you know, it's like you kind of assume that at this level of difficulty, because I mean I talk to people who play this game all the time, you know, because like if I'm streaming Space Engineers and then when I'm done, I'm gonna go pop in and watch other people streaming the game, not looking for viewers or follow for. I'm not looking for any of that nonsense. Just looking to chat with people, and if they want to chat, I'll talk to them. The so you get to see how they're playing. Uh, Most people are not looking at this, with some level of intense difficulty. And let's see. Yeah, so to all the people that tuned in, thanks for tuning in tonight. I didn't my see this is the other thing that happens with live streaming. And this is not a prank or a goof, but excuse me while I while I take a sip out of my coffee cup. Yeah, that lady bought me that as a Christmas present one year. I don't think she ever expected to see it used after that, and I've embraced it for many years now as my teacup. So it's uh, but it lasts for a whole stream, so why not? But enough about me. So how long are you a at what difficulty do you play City Builders or the open world sandbox games? The cup? Is that about the cup? That's just a cup. It's just matter of fact. Hold on. That's yeah. See, that's way too small. I mean, all right. That's my normal. That's my normal. That's my normal webcam avatar. That cup. Um, yeah, and with the webcam on, to me, it looks like it's almost like clown shoes, sort of huge, huge and funny. I'm gonna watch that again later when I watch this tonight. Just see this giant cup swell swell over my head. Um, yeah, that's um. Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. YGGW, your game, your way. And there are people who play it creative. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've played City Skylines, but City Skylines to me is almost creative even on its hardest difficulty because it's once you build an industry, it is so easy to take that industry and feed into just a couple of factories and start cranking out goods. Give yourself two different industries. You're making all the goods resources you need. There's this huge oversupply, and now you have a train that's just spitting out and heading towards the border. You're just printing money, So it's um, and here's sort of the other problem with a lot of these games. Because I mean, I retired early because of my vision. So, somebody who's I don't know if you play 7 Days to Die, but there's a excuse me, a really nice gentleman from Australia that streams it, um, and like his routine is sort of come home from work, he actually plays the game 3 times, and he takes his best stream, and that's the one that he does some edits to and then uploads. So like his 1 hour, or let's say 30, 45 minutes of game time might take him 3 to 4 hours to stream. And that's just his one game, and then he's done for the night and he leaves. Um, you know, it's um, so from my perspective, I see 30 to 45 minutes of gameplay. From his perspective, he's streaming for 4 hours, and or working on the stream for 4 hours. But then he goes, family, dinner, bed, whatever, and he's done for the day. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, he's got a whole day of activities. Um, I like to stream because I don't want to hide all the mistakes I make. I'm happy to them. But if I stream a game, I'm sorry, I got to keep rolling down the track, or we've got some money in the bank, and there is definitely some junction problems that I caused myself earlier last night. Oh yeah, that is another. So, um, if I use a Stream Deck, I can mute my microphone easily without having to come up here and, manhandle the microphone and then turn it off. The problem is I'll forget where the button is on the Stream Deck, and I have streamed. There are people who have followed me, yelled at me, gone onto the Discord, yelled at me there, and then yelled at me on Discord on voice so that I will hear them and have them go, "Hey, your mic's." It's like, what? Yeah, I've completely forgot. But by the same token, I think that's, uh, you know, if I go watch like Rust as an example, if I go watch somebody like I did, I was watching earlier a few weeks ago. I watched maybe 15, 18 hours of Rust um, on a Spanish server. Very entertaining, very ton of fun gameplay that they were doing. Had a great time. But at the same time that fun gameplay was going on, over there was just hundreds and hundreds of people chatting. Icons, emojis, haha, hoo, hoo, over and over again. I, I can't, I can't read that quick enough. So to me, um, I know it's there. I just can't, I can't participate in that. And it's not to mention an old game that very few people played, but like World of Warcraft. I can go to a World of Warcraft raid on, what are we doing here? Oh, that's the bypass. There's only one freight stop here. Yeah, something jammed up here. All right, here's the tunnel. Was it back here? Because we are getting way close to Huntsville. And I do not think I would have been very cautious going to Huntsville last night to try and clean up the traffic jam problems, because going to Huntsville, that interchange up there is so slammed with traffic that I'm pretty sure we made it to the end of the passenger line, and that's where the problem was. If we can just find. All right, so we're up here in Birmingham, and this is the end of the passenger line. There's something that was messed up here. but that's on the freight side. Oh, these signals are all, I think, oh no, I think I had to redo this. All right, so where is the siding up here? There's a farm over here. Oh no, it's a forest. Yeah, see, this gets us into Birmingham, or not Birmingham, gets us into Huntsville. That is like, that is a whole, that's a whole different world on this map. All the traffic in Huntsville. And we've got a ton of stuff to do down in New Orleans, which is way down yonder. I love playing on this map. I mean, I made it. I better love it. But it's, uh, there's just so much space and stuff going on that, you know, and especially because we're traveling around the map counterclockwise. So, right now we're in in the New Orleans area, and all the stuff down here on the Gulf Coast is what we're working on. If once we sort of like we don't have any passenger work to do here. We're passenger work is good. We did all that yesterday for during the 4 hours, and so let me put us back down to we're obviously we're out of the woods on finances. Um, so today is a freight day, and you know I mean, what freight do we need? So Cafe Du Monde is level 4. We've got, let's see, here comes a pickup train. I mean, this is not a huge amount of food down here waiting. And let's see, our shipment numbers are way down. So we need more grain coming in here to up these numbers. And let's see, who in New Orleans? I mean, just to do a head count. So we've got 510, 469, 682 in the Garden District, and then the Ninth Ward at 626. So we're heading towards 2,500 people in New Orleans. I mean, that's, so our total population right now is getting close to 40,000 on the map. The last 2 series that I did, we got to 60 and then 72,000. I'm hoping we can push this closer to 100,000. I know from getting to 60 and 72,000, more stuff about what we have to do on the game and on the computer to make sure the engine just doesn't die on us. And as we get to each of those points, we'll start making some of those changes. But I mean, there will come a time where this game engine will just flat out die on us, and it will die before we get. I mean, I would like it if it didn't. There's updates coming at the end of the year, or the next update, which will be in the end of this year and then in the spring, which I hope will pick us up on the higher end of the gameplay. Because for regular gameplay, I think this gameplay is great. But if it can handle more on the higher end, we should be able to get to all goods every city. Because right now the map has, there's about 152 cities and towns on the map, and they're not all on the map right now. When I made the map, the focus was the Mississippi River, and from the Mississippi River. So I can really only describe this way. Hi, my name is Store Papa. I have a problem playing Transport Fever 2. I skip ships all the time. I don't know why I do it. I don't, because if I'm playing this game on a regular map and I don't I don't sign a pack in blood to myself. Plus, streaming actually helps with keeping you honest. It's um, you know, I I don't cheat against myself when I'm playing solo. But if you want to keep yourself honest, go stream your game because, especially stream your gameplay. Don't edit it and post it up later. Um, because that'll keep you very even more honest. Because out of the blue, somebody will pop up and go, "Hey, I was watching you a week ago. Something happened." But the Mississippi River on this map, the whole theme was I want to use ships as much as possible. And right now, because I don't remember the number. Sorry for going back. We have 126 ships on this map, and I could see us putting even more on here. There are no bridges across the Mississippi River on this map unless there is a bridge in real life. I know, it's crazy. If we go all the way up the river, in 1900, there are no bridges here. So we don't have any. All traffic crossing the river here is barge. And you see we have a lot of them down there by the oil refinery, but we need way more of them up here. And if you're shipping cargo out of St. Louis, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery is sending food down here to the docks. They're going, off the Mississippi up the Ohio River, our one bridge on the Ohio River, and then they're heading into Cincinnati. And that's how Cincinnati's getting its food. And as you can see, it ain't getting enough. We could solve this problem dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. All we got to do, run a train track right down there. It is so easy to do. It's like a drug. It satisfies the need of growing the city. It lets you say, I met all the food demands in Cincinnati. It's just the dopamine out of it is just incredible. And all it takes, that's not what we would do, obviously, but $7 million. Oh, wait, this is a game where people very easily have $1 billion in the bank. And then it becomes multi-billions of dollars in the bank. So spending $7,000 on a bridge is nothing. And that's where, if you want to use ships and, seriously need them, how do you spell requirements with an N or a W? Is it a need or is it a want? These ships here are definite needs, but they're only needs because this map was built to be, to use ships. The last playthrough had a whole bunch of island maps on it. And by the time we got around to getting to some of the far islands for freight, the rail networks were already in place for passengers. The trains were already, the planes were already in place, and the highway system was already built. So, like the concept of running a ship, it's like, yeah, why bother? It was, it was too easy. Or what happened would be like places like here. There'd be a big depot in Evansville with all the goods coming in, and you just had to stick 5 ships just shuttling back and forth. And then St. Louis and its 2,100 people, they've got all the goods they need. Like it solves itself. And it becomes too easy. So the only bridge across the Mississippi is the first bridge across the Mississippi. It's on the Rock Island line, which is something else that I did this series that I've never done before. All the trains and their liveries, and even where the depot is, we've stuck to Um, like the Rock Island Line Depot is all the way back in Milwaukee. There is no other depot. As huge as this map is, there is no other train depot anywhere. Um, I think Rock Island actually has one right here, don't they? Yeah, they do. So this is the Rock Island Depot up here. So it's outside of Moline. There was a yard there. We actually took the time to go check out each line and look it up. There are um, there are some really nice liveries on the workshop. Because we started in 1850, we don't get them yet. We still have a few more years where some of the nicer trains come in. Where they're much better livery. Some very creative people put some really awesome stuff on the workshop, and so we'll see way better than just me throwing a giant bucket of paint. Here's a pail of paint. Okay, your Rock Island red. They'll look way better, over the next few years, but they're still functional. And with that, we have our one bridge, and then that's all it does. It's just Rock Island Davenport. Cost us $70 million to build, and it took almost 2 weeks of first gameplay because for the first 3 days all we did was haul gravel, and then when you go up to St. Paul, um, St. Paul just had the one bridge initially, the Father Lewis Hennepin Bridge. This thing for years of us playing the game was horse nose to horse butt traffic, nonstop, because every single person in St. Paul that wanted to go over to Minneapolis had only one bridge to take. And then as the city expanded, we brought this one in up on the road, and then as we got further along in years, we added the two other bridges. But we have episodes where, the entire episode was just cleaning up or trying to resolve traffic through here. And I can give you a very valuable lesson from just this bridge. You do what you want, your game, your way. But if I could give you just one piece of advice, do not put a bus station on a bridge. It's I did it because I'm stupid and I wanted to name the bridge. Transport Fever, you can't name this street because this isn't a city builder. It's not about the street. It's a transport game. It's about the transport going back and forth. So the bus station names the street. Makes perfect sense. But when you create the Father Lewis Hennepin Bridge and you want to call it that name, you have to put something down. So I put a bus stop down on the bridge, and it took me. Because I'm standing right here. I'm looking at the bridge. The bus stops was right here and right here. And I was like, man, why is the traffic so slow? It never clicked because you don't. If I was going across the bridge and there was, where this horse and buggy is right here, was sitting, if Cole was stopping right here, I would just hop in this middle lane and go around it. But the AI doesn't do that. Doesn't do that. The AI says, I'm following this route from A to B, and they stick to it, and they don't care what else you're doing. So my apologies for the high-speed mini tour as I get back to New Orleans. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. You have to play at the level of difficulty that's fun for you. If I did not have all this time, I would not be playing at this level of difficulty. And actually, that's a problem I have with another game that I've played, Railway Empire. I don't know if you've ever played it, but it is a fun railway game. It is definitely, in terms of if you're looking at it for a game and you're like, I want to be artistic. and creative, and I want to be able to design things, city skylines. Like it's hands down. Well, I want to, can I do detailing in Transport Fever? Yes, absolutely. You can do some really fun stuff here. But when your definition of detailing becomes artistic, oh no, you hands down. City Skylines will be, you can do way more stuff over there. I I've done way better stuff over there, so um and then you go to people like Imperator who doesn't even use a mod, and he just makes some awesome stuff. Boy, it's just hands down. Okay, but I want more of a railroad game. Well, then, like Transport Fever, or over to like Railway Empire. But then when you go to Railway Empire, it's cartoony. And if, you can have a lot of fun in the game, but if it doesn't suit your visual style, where's the fun in that? You know, and that's kind of, hey, everybody in chat, thanks for joining in. I am going to throw these commands out again just to make sure everyone has them if they need them. And where is, here we go, chat commands. There's the chat commands, and there's the obnoxious lower thirds. But it's, that's the fun of all. There are so many games out there that you could easily find one that you love. Well, I really enjoyed playing Railway Empire, but I was playing Railway Empire while I was in law school. So I played it, in between breaks, like over Christmas. Well, in if you were to ask me, I would tell you, oh yeah, I played this game, beat the map, put in hundreds of hours, did all this sort of stuff. The difference is I lowered the difficulty because I didn't have, months to play it. I only had, 2 weeks, and we were doing other stuff. So with the difficulty lowered, I blew through the game. And I have tried to go back and replay it. It's something's like something doesn't bite to sink its teeth into you to make you want to play it. And like, it's not the game's fault. It is not. The game's great. It's my fault. You know, I learned that a long time ago with a game called Banished. Uh, Banished, horrible design defect in that game. What is it? Oh, it allowed me to go to the workshop and download a bunch of mods. That doesn't sound like a design defect in the game there, sir. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's just, it's what it is. You know, it's I put in too many mods and I broke the game for my own entertainment. But by doing that in Banished, I learned not to do it again. You know, so like I am very, very mod cautious. That's why on this playthrough, we only have 114 mods right now. It's just 114. Yeah, yeah, that's just crazy. But I'm being cautious with them though. You know, um, it's just. Do I have where like I need like a big button that just lets me write the word hypocrite across the screen sometimes. Um, but I can go through those mods, every single one of them, and go, oh no no no, that's adding to the color and the character of the game. Like this one right here. Um, you know, this is this is creatively cool looking. You know, like I don't have any problem justifying this mod as, well, what's it add to the game? Well, it gives me 8 stops in here. And you can configure them, and it's got a lot of options. Um, yeah, but it includes, you can get a fountain. That's so it looks cool. So it's functional. It looks cool. It's not cheaty. I mean, I don't run any cheaty mods at all. Excuse me while I grab a drink. That's even in like Space Engineers any game, if it makes the game harder, oh yeah, it moves to the front of the line. If it makes the game quality of life and fun, oh yeah, this is cheating. Why did you have to do that? You know, and I mean I have learned over the years, when I like Soviet Republic, you can go to the workshop and get yourself a big factory. Hey, that's cool. But if a factory takes, one of this and one of this and one of that, and it takes 5 minutes to process, and you make a big factory, there's people on the workshop who have said it takes 0, 0, 0, and it works instantly. What? It's not a mod. It's a cheat machine. But to the person that created it, they thought it was okay. Um, what I you know I take notice of is if you're not careful, they don't tell you that's a cheater mod. It's like, well, it's only a cheater in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, yeah, no. I'm with you. 100%. We're both in the workshop together, holding hands, having a good time shopping. But if I have an allergy to peanuts, which I don't, but if you do, and your mod contains peanuts or was made in a peanut factory, could you please put it on the label? You know, don't make me bring it home, open it up, and find out there's peanuts in it. And some of the stuff on the workshop is definitely that way. Um, and I understand there's a limitation on the workshop. I mean, the game company, uh, they agree to put a workshop out there on Steam. They're not. They leave it to the community to police themselves, um, which is kind of a shame because it would be nice if they gave you, some sort of template for people to fill out. I mean, they could choose to ignore it, but something. We never found that freight track, did we? No, we didn't. And you're just stalling for time while you're trying to figure it out. It's out here somewhere. Somewhere here, there was a piece of freight that was jammed up, and we fixed it last night. Oh, I know how we can find it. Let's pull up all the trains. That's trams. Okay. Show me all the trains that might have been edited last night. Because if we find the ones that have been edited, that will take us to the problem vehicles. There's got to be a quicker way to do this. Well, I mean, had I kept notes, in my defense, I don't have any. But 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 in my defense, it was midnight to 4 in the morning, and I was just trying to get out from being 120 million in debt. That's all it was. So, um, is there going to be a train with? No, there was a train last night where we winded up having to take. Um, what is this? Look our Jack. Oh, okay. It's the lyrics from the Johnny Cash song. We're going to Jackson. Um, but it should be. Well, okay. I should have fixed it because like I took one train down to like no cars just to get the junction cleared. But then I took the other 4 or 5 on the line and I moved the cars around so that yeah, I'm not seeing anything that doesn't have any cars on it. And I mean, that would be sort of a dead giveaway. I mean, like Terre Haute has 3 passenger cars on it. You know, until we get up there and we're working out of Indianapolis, we're not going to change that. So it looks like I can't find it. So let's get back to working on freight because all right, down here at the docks at the Cafe Du Monde, where we just were, we don't have a backlog of food here, and we're not slamming the input side. Well, we're also not getting shipments out. Yeah, we are. We need to get another source of food in here to get that, because there you go, we're out. You know, and there is not another train coming in. Yep. All right, so this farm, she has 77. Do we have any other farms nearby? Yeah, back up here. All right, so Baton Rouge has a farm. How can we get these crops down into New Orleans? If we put them on, if we put it on a freight train, and I'm doing it. Sorry. I got to make up my mind. I got to have the camera on or off and look over that way. So my apologies. But how are we getting from here down into New Orleans? This is flats. I mean, we can train this easily. Heck, we could truck it if we wanted to. And now we're down here. Oh, wow, that's a huge backlog. Where is the train up here? She's down in New Orleans. Are we going to double this train? Yeah, we are. Baton Rouge Explorer. Okay. Last time we were looking at this, there was talk of bringing in. We don't have any space in here for a freight train. We're bringing goods in here by the river. Okay, so if we're using the river, how are we going to get all this food down to here? Yeah, we need a better way to do that. Because if we put it on a barge, it's going to come here. Excuse me, it's going to come here. And from here, we don't have a path across town in New Orleans to get over to here. When we made the decision, we didn't make a decision for where. So the Cafe Du Monde is where it is. I mean, you know, we could have put the freight piers here, but we didn't think that initially. We put the passenger train over here. So we definitely, yeah. So freight line out in New Orleans comes up here. And we do not have, I mean, the only way to get up out of the Panhandle is to come up here to Mobile. So do we have any easier pickings freight? Where is this stuff going? Oh, this is going all the way back to Jack Daniels. That's in Lynchburg, Tennessee, as we all know. But that's a 24-minute frequency. That's insane. Who built that line? What clown did that? What are these trains? They're Baldwins. Yeah, we got to change these. So The Louisville and Nashville is 7608 and 7790. So like every train in the game, if it's a passenger train, it has a name. You know, it's the Explorer, it's the Unlimited, it's the Limited, it's the Local. Whatever it is, it has a name. If it's a freight train, then it has its company name, and then it has the engine number. And the engine number is the last four digits in our wallet when we put the train down. And that's how we got that train. And to everybody in chat that's joining, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you have any questions, you need a map tour or any explanation of anything, feel free. Just let me know. So, yeah, these guys are hauling quite a distance. So let's get them upgraded to 10 wheelers. Upgrade. Upgrade. There you go. Replace. So these are L&Ns. So that means we're standard colors on the A35s. These can carry 98. Wow, that's nothing. All right, let's get them upgraded. We are looking for gondolas. Yep. Cargo. This will also get us upgraded from the older gondola, which is limited to 50, and this will speed up these trains. Of course, you know, we've got more than enough distance on the map. We get to take advantage of the 80 kilometers. The problem is, if we were playing a smaller map, we'd want to take the heavier weighted trains because they're smaller, or the cars. But we got space to spare, so we can take the longer ones with less weight to get more speed for the longer distances. All right, so we can take these to 144s or 208s. Let's push it. All right, now we need a caboose. So every freight train, what color is this? That is right there. Caboose. There we go. 26 million. We should get there pretty quick. Yeah, so yeah, so I mean, there you go. That's how sorry. So yeah, that's how tight the revenue is. You know, our margins are that slim. You know, 1900 we started in 1850. You know, you find anyone that's playing this game other than we are playing at harder than very hard. I do not label the series very hard because that's dishonest. We are playing at one notch below very hard. When you go into the game settings, you can actually tweak quite a few things for your difficulty values. And you know, we're not, you know, pure vanilla very hard. So why label it very hard? I do have a video on how to do passenger only very hard. That comes up on the discussion board a lot. There's always somebody that likes to say you can't have, you know, very hard passenger lines. I mean, you can. It just takes, you know, an ideal placement of towns, and you know those towns aren't going to get bigger without any of the freight coming in. It's just and I have done a passenger only series. It hits a point very quickly where you got to have freight coming in to grow the cities. You know, the passenger number isn't going to freaking autosave. So, Yeah, autosave for us is not a, it's a curse. Um, so the game save is getting towards, it's a 1 gig file. It's getting pretty close to it. So autosave for us does not go by easily. So it looks like, brace yourself. We are going. Stop looking that way. Sorry. Brace yourself. We are going into the Huntsville Exchange. It is. Um, we may break it by throwing yet another train into it. I hope not. I did a. You can make every intersection, slipless. Just do bridges, don't crisscross traffic, put in tunnels, do bridges, use the game's features. You can do all that very easily. Um, but you know that's up there. Here, you've got to provide. Um, you got to provide. Where the hell is the? There we go. Uh, you got to provide um, storage for all those trains because yeah, you've got this perfectly designed slipless interchange up ahead. That's great, but I'm going to throw 10 trains at it. Well, it was only designed for two. Well, then then it's not perfect. You know, admit that it's not perfect, and we can all move forward. And you know, yeah. See, we got plenty of space in there. Wait, is that the other one going back? That is. She's going back. Oh yeah, we need a fam. Oh, excuse me. That works out perfect. Steelworm, thank you very much for the follow. I I needed a name out there at the farm. Much so that the name of it was actually we need a name at the farm. So, all right. So there was something out here. There is no way that there. Yeah, the problems that we had last night. There was something going on in. What was the problem in St. Louis? I don't remember. We're gonna have to go over and check it out. We'll have to see if there's any trains jammed up over there. I would make every train on the map a 300, a 350, and a 400 the first chance I get. I think, I mean, given a choice between running two 200s and a 400, I love seeing the 400s just chug on by. Um, I mean, first off, they jam up intersections way longer. You know, yeah, but I'm making enough money. I can afford extra engines. I'll run four 100s. Great, great. That's up to you. You know, but um, you get stuck at an interchange with a 400 running through it. Or, and here's where it becomes even better, you pay for the sins of your fathers when in your early gameplay, you put your stations right in the center of town. And now later on in gameplay, you start bringing 300s, 350s, and then, your 402 through there. Um, that just becomes, you just, your town becomes to a standstill. I have no idea where we are right now. Okay. Um, I don't know whose that is. Yeah, I have no idea whose that is. Okay, all right, here we are. We're in Jack Daniels. Okay, so this is the Jack Daniels distillery where we're dropping off. When when World War One hits the map and World War One ends, what we effectively call when Johnny comes marching home, there is a town right here that we will put back on the map. So if you go back to episode 0, you'll see all of the towns and the factories resources on the map. The It's a custom map, and we did something with the factories back at episode 0. There's Murfreesboro. Okay, so here's the river again. And now when we get up to Minnesota, my apologies for the quick screen movement there, sorry. You'll see all the iron is up in Minnesota. So with all the iron up here, there's no iron anywhere else. It has to come out of Minnesota. And the steel mills are all down here in Gary, Indiana. And then there's a few more further down as we need them. But that's where all the steel mills are. We should get a better view of the Huntsville Exchange going back, I think. I would hope we do. See, where are we? Yeah, just all single track out here. Wow, this thing does not go through Huntsville at all. Completely bypasses it. Huh, how about that? Yeah, this is one of those areas that every time we touch something out here, we rebuild it. I was going to say for a second there were no trains. This is a very busy intersection. Where's all the trains? I can't see any. What is this? Oh, a machines parts factory. Yeah, I haven't gotten up here to bring any steel in. Are we jammed up here anywhere? I hope not. No, we're moving. Man, everything is just flowing nice. That is not my favorite sight to see. It's more entertaining when stuff is broken and jammed up. When it's just flowing. You know, like here you go. No cross traffic. Just let stuff flow. We have way too many parts up here. Well, when we come back around, we'll be upgrading the trains from 50 to 80 kilometer freight trains. So that alone will help with cleaning this stuff up. But let's get back to New Orleans. And we were working on we need we need another food. Are we pull? Yeah, we're pulling from here. All right, so that one's going. We need a name family farm. All right, let's upgrade this station just a little bit. We're not going to put anything else in here, are we? No, we're not. So build that road too close? Oh, she bends. That's what it is. Configure. Put the road back in. Streets. Country. There we go. Nothing major out here for detailing, just something. We did put the farms in though. All right, back over here to this one. How can we get from here to the freight lines? So we should probably coordinate this at the same time, because this is going to pull oil, and there's going to be a run up here for chemicals, and we've got oil from up here. So what we talked about was having an oil drop off come up here to grab the crude, excuse me, and come back down here to drop the crude off as one leg of this. And I mean, quite frankly, that we could just truck, or we can have it come down here, grab it, and bring it back. You know, as it's actually, we could have it do its loop. It could, it can come in, drop off the crude, head down here, and loop around to grab this other piece. Okay. We can. All right, so we really don't have the money. Yeah, we don't really have. Well, we should have it. We just got to wait for it to come in. That is a beautiful place to be. You know, it's but we can definitely get the track work done. And if we can put the track work in, that's a little high. Yeah, but it's going out. So, all right, let's, how big does the station need to be? Well, she's going to have the 2 trains flowing through here. So we need a bypass track, that's 2. Okay. And then we need the crude delivery. And then we need 1 to be able to lift. All right, so the bypass, the crude delivery, and then 1 to lift the oil to go out to the chemical plant. So that's 4. And this is just going to flow right through the bypass line. Can we tie this refinery into this? Okay, why would we want to do that? I don't know, less stations? Make the station busier? I mean, honestly, we can make the station busier. That's a cool thing to do. Is this, who's coming in here with cargo? I mean, the Cafe Du Monde is, because we just saw it. You know, our colorfully decorated Mardi Gras color train. Yeah, but can we move this out to here? If we get rid of the freight station here and we move it out to here, so Cafe Du Monde 2 would come in and it would stop on, let's say, track 1. It would do its delivery. Could we have it go, instead of stopping here, Where does this thing go? Okay, French Quarter. She goes to the Y, so she turns around. And then she comes out here to Pensacola. How big is that train? And how much food does Pensacola want? All right, last time we were here, I think Pensacola was like 6:30 maybe? Hey, look at that. Memory like a sieve. So she wants 120. Boy, talk about being right on the edge of development there. So she wants 120. And then what is our demand over here in Tallahassee? She hasn't asked for, so she's not going to ask for much food when she grows up. If she, no, she'll grow up. So, all right. I mean, we have a freight loop right here. No, we don't. Yeah, this is the freight side. Okay. Oh, the loop is back out here. All right. So, I mean, that's not that far of a loop for the local train to come through and get back out. And then the delivery trucks into Pensacola will just pull from here. Okay, but why are we doing that? Well, instead of this oil station just getting one. Hey, come on, come here. You want to come up? You want to? I have tried to get him a collar cam. Does his head even show up on camera? Let me see. Can we get him? I would pick his. No, this is just like, what am I doing? Come here. Give me your paw. Give me your paw. Shake. Okay, give me the other one. There we go. Now, do we see his head on camera? I like how he turns to the camera with that plea on his face. Make him stop. I just want cookies. All right, hop down. Where's your cookie treats? So yeah, I have tried to put a collar cam on him. It's stupid moves on camera, dropping the cookie treats on the floor. His quote, "Mom." Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but that was trying to get him a treat, having him grab it, miss it, it bounces off his nose, and then he had to pick it up off the floor. So she has told me, just hand him the treat. She's not amused by him and I, because I'd send him over there. There would be several of these sort of tosses, with the empty hand, and then the good one, just to keep him on his toes. And yeah, his mom makes it. He's an old dog. Stop doing it. You're stalling. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of a good reason to move this station over. I mean, do we need trucks in Pensacola? Yeah, just a few. Well, oh, I know. I just thought of it. Get the freight train out of here. That frees up all this track for city growth. Oh, yeah, we could do that. And again, it's not going to be that far. All right, that one just left. Who is that? He clicked on a building. That's tools. And no one else is anywhere near the line. So we can definitely do some work without breaking anything for a few seconds. All right. But we are definitely getting rid of this freight station. Oh yeah, we're committing to it. All right, configure. All right. I mean, if we're getting rid of it, back the whole thing out. Yeah, before you do this at home, make sure you have enough money in the bank to rebuild it, because it's, well, you know, normal people would have probably built the new one. Nah, where's the fun in that? We're going to stick with the plan. Go big or go home. That's the expression. Oh, look at that. I do not need a reason to do this. Let me show you something. Ta-da! The game rules that we play under. Besides the notch below very hard. Passenger trains, passenger track, and freight track cannot mix. So for whatever lazy reason we did, and early at the start of the game, when we had $0, and we're constantly just, you know, we spent almost the first 2 weeks just scraping for any money at all. And we violated Rule 3, passengers and freight don't mix. So there we go. There's our reason to get rid of this freight station, because the two lines crossed each other. Pardon me. All right, back to correcting a mistake of before. Yeah, this should have never happened. They should not have been crossing each other. Early on, the argument was, we don't have any money. It's a pretty good argument, you know. The we ain't got no money argument is it's easy to use it to justify a lot of decisions. But now that we're past that state, oh, and here was the other scapegoat phrase. We're in a freight yard, or we're in the city's yard, so therefore, you know, trains can cross tracks. Yeah, but that only works. All right, 4. All right, do it again. So the two bypass tracks. 2, 1, 2. The 2 bypass tracks. Okay. Then what? Crude delivery, chemical pickup, and then we need city delivery. Yeah, that makes sense. Bum, bum. How are we lining this up? That's That is not level. No, but we've got plenty of room to ramp down to it. Um, sure about that? How you getting catchment to here? I got to put another platform over here. All right, well, if you got to put another platform in, make it a 6-platform station. I mean, what you make it a 6. There you go. All right, configure. Give me a couple buildings over here. You're doing oil. Oh, yeah, yeah. So let's do these beauties. And then give me one office kind of down here on the end. All right, now give me a road. Do you think it really needs to be a boulevard? Yes, it does, because we want to encourage the city to develop around here. All right, bring it on in. Come on. Is that level? It is as level's going to get. Okay. I'm not going to help you. There's your catchment. Make that a curve. Okay. Station as catchment. Yeah, cool. Okay, now what? So we want to take a city street. None of these are boulevards. I know, with 600 people, you think one of them would be. Well, let's do some upgrade. Let's just... Construction not possible. All right, we'll do it over here. And now, give me a boulevard across here. And then come in from down. Curve it. Yeah, I'll make the... It's way too easy to make grids. Way too easy. You know, step out of your comfort zone and... we can double track in there. Well, let's do it. That's a passenger loop. Yeah, how are you going to fix that one now? That's a darn good question. Okay, that's an easy fix. Just come over here, get rid of this one. Is there definitely nothing out here? There is not. And anything out here, we would branch off from this thing up. So we are definitely not coming out this way with any cargo. All right, we'll let this thing get out of the station. Where did that train disappear to? Don't tell me it put itself on the freight line. Did you just delete a train? I hope not. You just deleted a train. Okay. No, here's the Tallahassee line on it. No, that's tools. Where is the passenger train that was just here? It's over here on the freight service. Okay, so now we got to fix that mistake too. Okay. All right, just bring us back down here. Give us some track. All right, bring us down right into the station. Okay, now do the loop over here to the right. Get rid of this, get rid of this. All right, now we have some empty streets back here we can easily get rid of. All right, so we got room back here to do a turn. Get rid of your depot. Yeah, get rid of it. We're going to plow right through the middle of that. We weren't supposed to be touching any of this. We're just supposed to be doing a freight. This is way more. Can we get past? No. No, you cannot squeeze past that. Oh, you know what we could do? Yeah, give me a small distribution center. Small distribution center under cargo. All right. City old. Enabled. No trams. Walls. Station city old. All right. How big is this thing? It is ginormous. Yeah, when you put it on this scale, it is. But we could put it right here. Can you tilt it any? I don't really think there's a need. Everything's going to come out of that same entrance. Okay. All right, give me streets. Try pulling it from back here. There you go. All right, now this is. All right, so we're going to call this the Pensacola Distribution Center. No, we're going to call it, this is 1900, it's the Pensacola Warehouse District. There you go. All right, what year was this building built? 1900. All right, now, that lets us take this line and she now pulls from back here. I'm going to get rid of the Tallahassee Annex. Okay, now drive your passenger track through here. Like that. We don't need a tunnel back here. Bring us back around. How did we get that high? Well, because you didn't pay attention back. Not much. I mean, it's not much of a mystery. You got a segment that goes from 32 to 52 meters. We all kind of know where it came from. All right, drop that back down. Bring this down. And bring it back up one. There you go. All right, now do it. Take this. Bring it right up there. You're going to squeal as you come around here. There's only like one train that goes back this way. There's two. Okay. All right, now get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this. Let the game rebuild it. All right. The take all my money tool. You know, you should have thought careful. We call it that because it does take all your money. All right, now we got to get this guy over here. I'll back him up. Now, run this over to here. So we can... All right, let's get our signals in place. One way, yes. Coming back in. Leaving the station. Out here. Give me a horn back out this way. Because horns are always cool. All right. When this one starts to move forward, it will push itself out that way. Okay. This is a freight train coming out here. Yeah, it won't come anymore. It'll stop back here. Or rather back here. Yep, and then we'll let the trucks carry it that short distance. All right, well then how do you want to get this guy back there? The easiest thing to do is just going to be to run a track going backwards. There you go, 25 grand. Now let's walk this guy back. We'll park them in the station. There we go. Problem solved. All right, now what can we do down here? That would delete the whole station. Don't do that. Can we... Let's give it a shot. Can we delete the track in here and push this one out of the station? Let's see if that works. Hey, look at that. They jumped back over. They're on the wrong side. Can you give me a double slip switch there? No, you cannot have a double slip switch. Okay, then get me out. There you go. All right, they're going to drive forward, loop around, and they are back where they belong. Okay, now get rid of the freight station. All right. So, Pensacola ends up with a passenger station. Tallahassee ends up with a passenger station. And we have this large Pensacola We need a name for this oil refinery. Well, whatever we name it later, we'll figure that out. Okay, now, what are you doing with this track? If we bring in, I mean, do you want to put the bypass here? If we put the bypass here, we could have a ladder for these four. Who's coming in here to make deliveries? Well, the farm. That's an express. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put does that have a hump in it at all? No. Sure. Yep, nice and smooth. Okay. Then take this back. And what are you thinking? Well, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to have an express through the middle. Okay. And then we're going to ladder the two sides. Oh, yeah. I know. Brilliant. Yes, it is. So then we wind up with this. And then coming out. Where's the dot? There it is. And how far back did you say that? They're freight trains. They don't go that fast. Yeah, I know, it's a habit. You know. Where is the strip? Yeah, well, we're not going that far up for crazy purposes. Okay, yes. All right, now bring this one up to here. All right, now give me some signals. These two heading out. And these two heading in. Is that on the track? Yes, it is. Well, now it ain't. You know, I'd love a really good signal tower. You know, something that we could drop across 4, 6 track segments. I mean, that would be cool to see. Oh, hey, to the people who've joined in tonight. They're joined in on chat. Thank you. Hope we're having something. Yeah, I hope it's something. It's something. But if you have any questions, if you need anything, if you need a tour or anything explained, or if you want to know why the blind guy is playing a video game, just ask. I'll be glad to tell you. All right, so we are going. How are you looping back? It's a darn good question, because didn't we just lose? Your express has to get out of here and head towards the farm. Okay. Then what? Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Then what? So let's see how much space you need for your ladder. And we can make them. there's the first piece. And there's the second piece. This should be right here. There you go. All right, there's your two ladders. All right, ladder me back in. And then let this one get back on the track. All right. Let's, no one's coming here. All right, let's take this guy. Mississippi City Tools. Manage line. Mississippi City Exchange. And then she comes to here. And we get rid of Tallahassee because there ain't no Tallahassee station to go to anymore. Okay. Now what? Well, she can't flip back. Yeah, that's why she's complaining. All right, give me my signals. The station side work is done. And we still have catchment. Both sides. Okay. Where is... Here it is. All right. Manage line. Add station. Send them to the warehouse. There they go. Get rid of the halt. Now we can delete this. Which apparently for some reason we built with tram tracks. Didn't we say a long time ago we didn't want Tallahassee and Pensacola to merge together? Yeah, that's why you put this little piece of country road here. Yeah, the game sort of told you what it wanted to do. Teach you for thinking. All right, we need to get out of here and up to the farm. Okay. And we need to then get up eventually to the chemical plant and out. Can we reuse this track to turn around in? Oh, that would be, I mean, we gave ourselves a plug-in point right here. Which way do the signals go? The guy who built this didn't put a single signal in it. Because he's a clown. Holy cow. Yeah, that's messed up. So, let's say you plug into here. Do you think you can hook up to this? That's worth trying. It's slow. Yeah, but it saves us a lot of track work on it going back around. Okay. So now you're saying every train that goes to make a delivery to Pensacola and Tallahassee has to go all the way up there to the Steelworm farm to turn around. It seems like a lot. Well, maybe just the farm is a turnaround. Okay, but then where's your turnaround down here? Okay, well, we've said this is a turnaround down here. Did we? Yeah, no, we definitely said that. Well, how are you doing that? We can come off here. Put the station back here. Yeah, that's lazy. Put the station right here. Give us the challenge. It's just the challenge. It's a freaking station. Yeah, I know. But now we can do this. Oh. Where's the challenge? Challenge is making it fit. Where's where's the challenge here? Oh, that is close. That is very close. Yeah. What about this? Can we even see that down there and connect it? This is a 240. Do you need a 240? Are you going to run 1 or 2 oil trains? Yeah, you're the guy that just gave a lecture about running huge trains. I say, let's move this over a notch. Do you think you're going to get catchment with that? No, but I am going to get catchment. Come on. Come on. Oh, hey, there. Oh. Oh, yeah, that turn made all the difference in the world. Oh, no, it will. It will. Watch. I didn't even know this bridge was here. Totally forgot that. It's not even forgot. Like, who the hell would remember there's that bridge there? Okay. Now, tracks. Too much. Back it up one more. Try the other side first. That's even better. Okay. All right, so there's your express coming in. And then coming out. Cool. Where's the challenge? You just put a straight through track in here. You want to go around the refinery? How much do you need to do to get over to here? Well, I mean, how slow do you want to go getting into the station? Just that's just pure luck that that worked out. Yes, I know. Horn signal. You've left the main. And then you just ladder yourself back in. And you park out here before you jump back on the main. I mean, the only other thing to do is a bridge, and we do not do bridges for freight trains. What's this? It's not a bridge. It's just keep moving. It's just an architectural sort of. It adds to the flavor and character of the map. Well, all right, keep doing it. Keep going. Okay. By the way, if anybody in chat would like to toss out your name, say hello, click follow, whatever, I will gladly name anything on the map after you. With, what is it, 200 plus ships or 100, 200 of them close to, I need names. Give me the names of all your dogs, all your cats, whatever you got, I will gladly take them. I noticed that you're curving up here. Yeah. Okay, why? Well, because that was there originally and we have no reason to get rid of it. And again, straight and flat is boring. You know, I thought that was way higher. Man, should we just... Should we pull... Oh, this gets even lower. Yeah, how much speed are we losing down there? You know, I think that's still a lot higher than you think it is. I don't know. I mean, what's... Yeah, but then you're all the way back here. I don't know, the town's right here. I'm saying that's, yeah, but you're on the wrong side for freight. Hey, we could delete this freight station and move it over here in a heartbeat. Yeah, but then you're on the wrong side over here. I mean, they don't cross each other. So you really have no reason to change them. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you have no reason to do it. I know, I'm just saying that this is... That hill just is way lower over here than it is all the way back here. I don't know. I don't think it's that different. Freaking autosave. How long have we been here? Almost 3 hours. Holy cow. Time has gone by quick. Yes, and I believe you've connected not a single new piece of freight anywhere. Oh, take that back. There's no way. Where is there a single piece of freight that you've hooked up anywhere? Okay. This is a freight episode. Agreed. Tell me a single piece of freight that you've connected anywhere. Well, I mean, we consolidated the Tallahassee and Pensacola into that yard. That was already there. Yeah, but now it's going to a big warehouse. But you're not delivering them any freight. I cannot believe that. What's not to believe? Okay. We're at 3 hours in a freight episode. Yeah, we've said that. And you have not connected a single piece of freight anywhere. That doesn't make any sense. Where did 3 hours go? Yeah. Where did 3 hours go? And okay, all right, hold on. I still have 13 more minutes before the 3 hours are up. I mean, we're not stopping at 3 hours, but I'm just saying I have some time and I will get where the hell did 3 hours go? Okay. All right, so we need a bypass. Do we? Well, we're going up there for goods. And we might eventually hook into this. And put it over here. Okay. What does this get us? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we come out of the refinery. Should this be a tunnel? I mean, it could be. Is there anything else that's going to build out here? If Tallahassee pushes this way, no, stay like that. Okay. You're going to leave as is, you're going to smooth it. Tracks. That's one. Stop counting. 57. That's slow. Come back here. All right, delete the stub. Who's broken so we can turn the clock back on? Who is broken? Yes, that's exactly what I just said. Who is broken? The Mississippi tools into Mississippi tools is broken. Okay, why? There you go. Because it can't turn around. It's trying to get back down. It can't. Okay. Can we fix this thing now? Yeah, we have to. Because this is this is not going to work. Okay. Tracks. Come around here. Nope, that one is 50. Down here. Nope, you did it again. Come on. Try it again. Try it again. Nope. Nope, that one goes up. Try it again. Bring this back down in level. One more. One more. Okay. Now bring this into here. Yep. And you messed it up. Just take your time. I can't take my time. It's 3 hours. We haven't done a single thing. That is just unbelievable. That is, we have to have done something in all that time. Well, sir, your record speaks for itself, and your record says That is not. How much time I got left? You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Who's broke still? Lots of people. Oh. Yeah. Let's get them all fixed. There's your lube. No, it's not because it doesn't come back this one. Oh yeah. That old chestnut. All right, do this. Let's take this guy, Drax, and bring him up into there. Okay. We'll take this guy, and we'll run him along here. And then we'll run him there. That's not connected. It will be. Right there. Signals. Okay, who's broke now? Lots of people. No, you don't, buddy. These are one-way signals? Yes, they are. Why do they think they can back up? Well, that's why the line says it's broke. Okay. So they come out here. Yeah. They come up here. Come around the corner. You're a D2. Do you think you've troubleshot the problem yet? Yes, I do. Hooray. All right. Get this back up. And now who's broke? A lot less. The Cafe du Monde is going through here. Where's the Cafe du Monde supposed to go? French Quarter, New Orleans, Pensacola Warehouse District. Oh, because she's not going to the right track. Yeah, see, she needs to stop. Pensacola Warehouse District. We want her to stop, make her delivery on. What's she doing over there? Have her stop on 2. Okay. All right. Who's broke now? Gulf Cities Explorer. All right. How did we break the pet? Yes. Click. Thank you. This comes back to here. Why can she not leave the station this way? 2. Through here. Now look for a break in the track. A break in the track, you say? That requires me to have not known what I'm doing in my job as a dancer, a Gandhi dancer. Is it just, are they broke? Oh, yeah, no, they're broke. They're broke. All right, Sunshine Express. What's her problem? Could not connect all stations. What stations is she connected to? Just Tallahassee. She can't get back. There it is. That was allowing for the line to come back here and grab and send back. That's why. Yeah, we all get it. Calm down. Okay. Your 3 minute three. My 3 hours are not up. Okay. It's just it's messed up. 3 hours and you don't connect a single thing. Okay. Now what? Well, I need another Cafe Du Monde line. Oh, we got one right here. Cafe Du Monde. No, we need a farm one. Well, who's picking up here? What do you want to do? She's not coming in full. Okay. And she stops at this farm. There's not enough here. There's nothing here. There you go. There you go. Our frequency is way. The farms aren't replenishing enough. So we don't need another line for that farm. We need to put that farm on this line. Okay. Well, then that means she comes out of Pensacola and we let her come out here to pick up. Are you going to detail the farm? Yeah, I am. Just not right now. Let me get these stations connected. Okay, well, who's coming in here? Cafe Du Monde's making a food delivery, and then we get tools. Okay. Do we need bricks back here? Yes, we do. Okay, well, then give me a brick train. Okay, well, bricks are back here at the 9th Ward. I mean, we could be making them here. Yeah, we don't have any. Wausau, that's committed. Des Moines, that's committed. Yeah, that's sending bricks into Minneapolis, St. Paul. Moline, Huntsville, we know that's committed. The Des Moines has 2. There's the 2 in Wausau. Where is Greenwood? Terre Haute. Okay. Des Moines. Des Moines is going into the Kansas City workmark? Yeah, it's going to the Kansas City stone and brick. Wow. Yeah, we're out of quarries. Do we go back to the map? There are resources. If you go back to episode 0, there are resources where, yeah, there are resources where we have other quarries to work from. All right, well, what about the bricks? We're picking up here, and we're going to Mississippi City with bricks. Why does she have no bricks? Are these both picking up? You know what? We're going to do freight next episode. We're at our 3-hour mark. We got a lot to do. You've got a line that's broke. All right, let's fix it. What's her problem? How does she have no path? Let her back up and then send her back in here for more food. Because otherwise she's leaving here empty. Just before she crosses out of there, bring her back in. Okay. All right. We have nothing broke. Yeah, but you have nothing set up. That could be better curved. All right. So let's get the basics of this oil line going. She's going to come here, and then she's delivering. Okay, and then she's going to come up here and drop off, and then she's going up there to pick up. So that's what we're working on next time. The other part of this. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We will be back soon. And we'll be working on freight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great night.